Pisces, what's up? This is PrismCaverns with your reading for the 12th through the 30th, 2018. All right, you guys, let's get down to business because first and foremost, you sense something very fishy. You are sensing a lot of hostility. You're sensing some jealousy. You're sensing someone wants to fight, but without actual cause. You're also sensing that some people or someone is being a really big hypocrite. And you're also sensing that people crave war. The people that you are surrounded by, Pisces, actually crave war, okay? So you, as soon as I hit the recording video, I felt like you were heated. Now, interestingly enough, even though you were this crazy little hair, it never wants to stay on one side. Interestingly enough, though, even though you're heated, you are looking at three sides of a story instead of one side of a story because I think you just, you acknowledged something about somebody and they're not as bad as you think they are. But I definitely sense that you're super hesitant to speak up about something because you know you're going to be thrown into the crossfire of whatever it is. So basically you're sitting back and you're taking, what's that word? You're making a checklist of everyone's behavior lately. And whether people know it or not, you don't really give a fuck because this is some strange shit. It's always one-sided. Something is always one-sided. And I think even though you're a little hesitant to step in because you know what's gonna come for you, you stepping back and allowing the tide to leave because you know that tide's gonna come back. And it's gonna come back with something because there's always a message in the bottle. There's always a message in the bottle. Pisces knows that. 12th through the 30th, 2018. Pisces, by the way, thank you for my returning subscribers and my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. I cuss a lot, so if you guys don't like it, I'm really sorry. Here we go. So we have the Nine of Coins in the reverse. It might have to do with family issues. It might have to do with sibling rivalry. It might have to do with jealousy, but it's definitely something that is beyond out of control, beyond unbalanced, and it's not due to one person. It's due to several people having jealousy towards a particular community, a particular restaurant, a particular person. You're the outsider this time, and you're just like, whoa, something doesn't look right. How are all three of you mad at this one person? How does this one person why is it always only one-sided? What's really going on? Why is this constantly being brought up? How come no one's actually talking about it? Why are we always going to war? Why don't we talk about it? You know that if you mention, let's just talk about it, bottom of the deck, the Tower, in the reverse, no one's actually going to talk about it because no one actually wants the truth. People want war, okay? They want guerra, they want blood, they're jealous, whatever it might be, because look, this is where you feel it. When I say jealousy, you feel it here and here, like it's under your pits, okay? Maybe when someone talks about something else, they're always like doing this, and it's like, this person is jealous of the person you're talking about, and that's why they have hostility towards them. They're irritated, they're frustrated because, you know, a lot of people want the limelight, but they want it for greedy, jealous reasons, and then other people have the limelight because they actually want to spread it. Okay, so now I'm sensing a lot of greed. Okay, someone has feelings of greed around you. Someone just wants to rattle your cage. And I think in the past it might have worked really well, but now, like I said, you're hesitant about speaking up and others notice that about you. And now, whether you're about to speak up or you're hesitant to speak up, there's always something you have to say that is worth listening to. That's why when you get mad, people are scared because they're just like, whoa, what did I do to you? You're like the nicest person ever. I shuffled again, the Tower in the reverse. You know exactly what's going on, okay? And it starts with the root of a situation. You know what the root of the situation is because look, there is no pain. When you took the emotion out of the 9 of coins in the reverse, and I'm sorry about the fucking birds. When you take that out, there is no hostility there anymore. So you know where someone's coming from now. You know why? Because I felt this jealousy hit the ground. I felt it just... And when I dropped it, the tower happened to be right set up and the 9 of coins was still in the reverse. So when you talk about it, people don't want you to talk about it, Pisces. People don't want you to talk about it because they know you're going to be right. Knight of Wands. You are on a fire sign's side. Leo, Sagittarian, or an Aries. And they know it already. You don't care because it's always one-sided and you're starting to not recognize, but you are following your points of chakra because you know, okay, or you're starting to understand, okay, that people are pulling on some strings, right? And you're getting a little tired because every time people pull on these strings, you're exhausted, you're tired, you're angry, you're ill-tempered. And now you start ill-wishing towards other people when you were not like that before. You know, so when you start getting yourself involved like that, because like I said, you're not getting involved this time, you're being hesitant about it. Well, normally you would step in and have something to say. All right. So the situation has made you grumpy, and there's no reason why this situation should make you grumpy. Unless you know that there's actually false reasoning behind antagonizing somebody. This one and this one. Page of Coins, 10 of Swords, upright. Like I said, there's no cause. And if there is a cause, they're immature reasons. They're immature, unresolved personal insecurities with somebody else. A Libra, an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. One thing has nothing to do with the other. But there's someone, or there's a group of 10 people that have issues towards someone who is most likely younger than you. Okay? You know it. You don't need a psychic. You don't need a genius. Well, I mean, because you are psychic, but you don't need anybody to tell you that. Look, see this hair again. You've noticed that there are a few things out of place. Ace of Swords. You know that there's an air sign that's lying. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Or you know that there are false accusations. Or you know that there's false conversations or false emails. Or you know that there's falseness involved. And it's just so strange that every time something stupid happens, it always falls downhill. It always falls downhill to somebody who doesn't deserve it. You see, the Two of Swords, the Two of Rods, is either you recognize someone as yourself, or you recognize that that door is closed. That door to something has been closed for a long time, and there's people in your life who keep trying to bust it open. And you're like, what the fuck, you guys? Do you hear all the other extra birds out there? These birds, let's just imagine that this is what's going on within your environment. Your birds, you're on the outside. That's you. There's a lot more chatter going on in your head than what's actually going in your room or in your environment. Because your spiritual guides are speaking up. Your spiritual guides, again, these points of chakra, these points of energy. Okay, people are just like, woof, taking your energy, did it? And you're just like, I don't even want to be around that shit. It's so one-sided. And it's the same shit again. And it sounds like an insecurity, a personal insecurity issue that has nothing to do with this. Someone, I feel it's a person who's about here to me. I don't know who it is. You know, comes up maybe to my chin. That's the best way I can describe him. This person is very self-centered. You can feel it here. But you also know who someone else is And you know that that door's been closed for a long time. You know it in your mind, therefore you know it in your heart. If you don't know it in your mind, you don't know it in your heart, and you don't trust the situation, and you probably will get involved. When you know it in your mind and you know it in your heart, you trust that you know what's going on in this situation, therefore you don't need any part of it. Why? Because it's just going to pull energy from you. The type of energy that is not going to produce anything good. It's just war. So, this one. Gold. Yeah. You basically identified what the issue is here. So, jealous, hostility, greed, rivalry, war. I didn't already say that. Again, it's just kind of funny that the same thing keeps popping up over and over and over again, and it just sounds like a lot of people are hungry for attention because only one person's getting it, but they're getting it like in the right ways, you know? Like maybe it's you, maybe you got a job, maybe you got a new job, and you know all your friends are hating on you, like, bro, you know you can't do that job, bro. What, you think you getting paid like the rest of us, bro? But they always have something stupid to say, but you notice it's a little fishy. That's why I'm saying there's jealousy and hostility. Maybe you have friends that are like more towards you or trying to put shit in your head. And like I said, where you had people that might have once been supporting you, you are now experiencing always being like the little shit that stuff rolls downhill on. Okay? But I strongly feel, like I said, you don't need to have a heart-to-heart to anybody because you know what the fuck is going on, and that's not what the fuck is going on. But you're gonna start talking about some shit that is going on, and you're gonna get that. When you talk, people are even more unhappy. Because what do you talk about? What do you talk about? You talk about the truth. Look. You talk about the truth. You always have something to say. You always have something to say. In a good way. That's not a bad thing. Most of the time you remain quiet. But when you have something to say, you have something to say. And it's always worth something listening to. And if someone doesn't want to listen to what you have to say, that's your culprit. You know, it's only when that one person or those people who turn away from the truth, when you're speaking to them face to face, when they want to go right and hide their face, that's the person that is lying to you. And you know who it is. You know what it's over. You feel it in your heart because you're over it. Love. True love and fidelity. You're going to do what you love and you're going to love what you do, and no one's going to fucking stop you. No, you're going to be a loner. You're going to be familyless. You're going to be whatever it is that it takes in order for you to be what you need to be. You're going to do it because you're tired of people holding you back from your dreams. Secondly, you are eventually going to speak up, and it's going to be from a place of love and compassion. Because you are exhausted from this hostility. It literally needs to stop. And there needs to be cause and reason behind it instead of just talking about some things just to talk about it. Oh. You know what's up. You know what's up already. You don't need to just listen to one-sided bullshit. You've got it already. So I put your power emoji for this week is going to be panda. And it says, eat more bananas and hug more trees. Because basically, that's like your little reward. Eat more bananas, hug more trees basically means you've been chilling in the trees, keeping it as organic and natural and real as possible. There's no other reason why you shouldn't. Okay, peace.